first down. And his first pass is incomplete. Demetrius Harris, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, that's just running the ball 101, because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out. Before he knew it, he had hit the sideline.
Set. 180.
On second down, here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Here we go. That's it. 180. Got 3.
Off play action. Newton. Flush to his right. 20. Able to find Harris, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. From the red zone now, Newton. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Demaryius Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carter. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more on that one and another first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Carter. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line. They pitch it out to Cook, pushing through the contact. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. They'll run with Cook. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll set up a throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
And they'll run it here. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. It's complete to Fuller. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there at 22.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter. So They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Come on, come on, come on.
Now Cam, option left. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On the ball, on the ball, on the ball, on the ball. Gun, gun.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And an alley to run. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun, gun.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Eric Kendricks in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They fake the give. Newton. And he's going to go down again. Sheldon Richardson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Ready, ready.
Now Newton. He'll buy some time right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Texans are in for 6. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. fielded about a yard deep. And now out comes Minnesota. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now they'll run it on the toss. So 1:55 to go in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Set. 180. Do something.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll begin the drive with a jive. And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. Tackle made by Brian Orakpo.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll look to throw, and he will find his man on the outside.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Gone!
He'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. "15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Danielle Hunter in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
To throw on second down is Newton. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
3rd and long. It's Newton. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
To throw on 2nd down. Newton forced out to his left. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A 1st down carry now for Miller. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Run. We got 3 down. Hey, fellas, here we go. That's it.
They'll try the air now with Newton. He's got Fuller. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
20.
Newton on 3rd down. He's got Lockett. First reception for him, and remember, he leads the NFL in that category here in this first month. Also has a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the 50, Newton. He lets it fly for Lockett. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Throwing again is Newton. And his throw is incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. To the air again, Newton. Buying time to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. And Newton's going to keep it. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Cam Newton, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties.
And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for Minnesota. 42 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone!
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throw right side complete to Carter. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Back now in Houston. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Gone!
Back to throw here. And he's going to go Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw here. This is caught. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They'll try and sneak it here, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. From the end zone, Newton finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take him to look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Joe Hayden there to bring him down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Off play action. Newton. He's going to fire one deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side on target to Thielen. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Bailey got the extra point, and the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out comes Houston. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And his throw here's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Miller. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. So they call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. Looking to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the in route. Complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got enough for the 1st across midfield to the 48. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Back to throw now on 1st down.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Cameron Jordan in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though, third and long. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 29, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. As they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Now they try the right side here. And the ball is knocked out. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And they'll go on the ground. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to